So hello and welcome everyone. In the next few episodes, I'll be taking you across the windy city that is Chicago, a city that has risen from its ashes like a phoenix. As I explore this city, I'll take you along to some of the best tourist hotspots, look for some authentic Indian food experiences and Chinese joints in Chinatown. For coffee lovers, I'll take you to the world's largest Starbucks and the only McDonald's in US which has burgers from all over the world including the Mac Aloo Tikki from India. So if you want to follow along, do subscribe to the channel and let's begin this trip. I just came down from my hotel to catch the vibe of the city and it seems to be pretty relaxed. It's a Sunday today, but it's not really crowded. The streets at least were not really crowded like it happens in New York, because New York is pretty loud, extremely crowded like all the time. And right now I'm at the Chicago riverfront. And it's a pretty awesome place. People are just relaxing on the stairs across the river, and there are cafes all around. There are boat tours that have been given right on the river, so they tell you about the history of the city and of the important buildings that are built around this area. So that is pretty interesting in itself. And as such, the vibes are pretty good because it's very relaxed, very chilled in here. So as of now, first impressions are pretty good, that it's not something very crazy, it's very loud. You are still surrounded by skyscrapers, as is the case with New York or say with any big metropolitan city, but still it does not feel as claustrophobic as you do, because it's evenly spaced out and everything as of now. Again, I'll say, because this is like just a 10-minute kind of thing that I've been out and right next to the riverfront that I am. So it's pretty good. Let's see, I think things will only get better when we go towards the Mac Mile. You can just catch people just walking around here or jogging. Even there are kayaks in the water. People are on their yacht, and also some parties that are happening over here. So again, it's a pretty cool vibe. So there are basically cruise parties that are happening, that are passing around through this river. On my left is the Trump Tower, pretty cool again. And basically you are surrounded by all the skyscrapers, and in the middle of everything there's this riverfront where there are all these cafes and bars. And it's just amazing. So I think this has to be one of the best places just to chill and relax if you are up for a stroll, the Chicago Riverside, because it extends a long way. So you can just sit down here, grab a coffee or a beer or something like that and enjoy your time. There's this small monument as well, which is a kind of memorial which is dedicated to the armed forces, which is Chicago Remembers. So that is also something that you can have a look at. at the Magnificent Mile. But one quick observation here is regarding the architecture that I've seen so far. The buildings over here are really good. It's a very good blend of, say, the modern kind of architecture and also the old school European or Greek architecture kind of feel that there is in some of the buildings or in some of the designs. So it's pretty awesome. The blend is really nice, the mix is really nice, and also the fact that there are a lot of trees and plants that are planted all around the roads. So that makes the experience pretty good. So it's not only that you're surrounded by tough high-rise buildings and everything, but they have made a very good effort to kind of blend nature within all this concrete jungle. And there is a lot of history behind this road as well, because in 1871 there was a huge fire in Chicago, which is pretty kind of infamous, which basically destroyed everything that you see around here. All the government offices, all the private buildings were destroyed. But then there were two buildings that remained, which one of them is on the left, right behind me, that remained, and also another building that remained or is existing as of now as well. So this entire area was rebuilt post that fire. So which is very interesting just to see that how the area has been redeveloped, reshaped. And the main reason for this fire, catching on this fire, was that because most of the houses were just wooden around here. So that basically meant, combined with the weather, that the fire just kept on going for several days. So this place is pretty much like a New York Fifth Avenue. That is where you get all the high-end and luxury stores and everything, like Rolex or Xenia or Burberry, things like that, and also some cafes and everything. So it is that kind of a vibe here as well, that you can shop and you can dine over here. And it's called Magnificent Mile because it is a mile long. So that is why the name mile is added, and magnificent obviously because of the fact that there is so much to shop and eat around there within this area. So those are my first impressions of the city and the riverfront, which has pretty cool vibes, and the Magnificent Mile, which now is your go-to shopping destination, but which also showed how Chicago has really risen from its ashes to become one of the largest cities in US. And that's a wrap for this video. Catch you on the next one as I'll take you to other places in Chicago.